Hey guys, it is Brido here, and welcome back to our Liverpool Career Mode series. This is episode 23, and today's episode we have the transfer deadline for you, along with two games as Denmark. We're starting off this transfer deadline with an offer to Schalke, seeing if we can possibly get Holtby. We don't have the money to do it, but you know what I thought about is that when we make these transfer deals, we lose money because when we sell players, we only get a certain amount of it back. So I thought, what if we just, essentially make an offer for a player-for-player move? And, Saudi is a player that we've obviously had good luck with, had a good time with, but he's someone that I wanted to kind of usher out in order to bring in someone like Wilfried Zaha that plenty of you guys wanted to see, and also give our younger players like Deulofeu and Sterling a chance to really be starters for the team. And by doing this, they actually accepted the deal for only £500,000 going their way, which is exactly the even amount of the value of both players, which I was really happy to do, because, I mean, if we're going to sell Saudi, we wouldn't get his full value. And if we're going to buy Holtby, we would have had to buy him for a lot more. So doing this kind of move actually helped us out because we were able to, minimize our actual loss of funds and also bring in a player that we're kind of looking at to bring in. And that also gave us enough money to also bring Zaha in this transfer window too. So it's kind of a cool thing. Obviously, we are able to bring in those two players. And that ends our transfer dealings until January. I've kind of gone a little bit against what I normally do, and I have made about 4 moves or so, which is usually actually more than I normally make. We also sold players as well, so there was a good back and forth going on there. I'm going to really try and see, with this team that we have now, what we can potentially do with them, and, come January, we might make a move if we really feel like we need to make one. But, with the side we have right now, I'm happy with what we have, and, the future tinkering of the team is going to come when we possibly have more money from Champions League play, and we can continue to add to the team. But I'm really not going to be throwing players around a lot, and I really want to still keep a lot of the makeup of Liverpool as is. So just so you guys know, and you're not too worried about the fact that players are moving back and forth and whatnot, I wanted to bring in some of these guys, and obviously I have had a little bit of a love-in for the Bundesliga with the players that we have brought in. But I also, in the future, will continue to try and keep the team a little bit more international, try and look at other places too, and also keep the team England predominant. Obviously, we're an England side and we want to have our homegrown talent. So those are things I'll look for in the future. Those are pretty much the main guys I really wanted to bring in from the Bundesliga. I really have had great success with a lot of those guys. And Zaha, someone I've never used, but a lot of you really wanted to see him a part of the team. So I was happy to bring him in, and that'll be kind of an interesting mix because we still have Suarez that can play on the wings. And as well, on top of that, we have these 3 new guys coming in that can also fill that role as well. So a good mix there for us going ahead into this season. Moving ahead, though, you can see that we just looked at our Champions League group that we're going to be in. It's actually quite a tough group. We have Milan, Zenit, and AZ. So 3 really, strong teams that we're going to have a definite challenge playing against. But I do think that we can probably get past the group stage. Milan is not, as great as they once were. I think Zenit will be our toughest challenge, but we should be able to take down the Netherlands side there as well. But it'll be interesting to see how that goes, and our first game of that group will be against Zenit. If you guys want to see a live commentary for that game, leave a comment below and let me know. I can definitely do that for that one because it'll be our first game in the Champions League. Moving on, though, we are here with our game against the Czech Republic. This is one of the 2 games that we're getting on our international break with Denmark. This is the first of 2. The second one will be against the Netherlands. And we're really up against the wall. That draw of Austria earlier on in the qualification stage was deadly, as we're now 4 points back from Czech Republic. So going into this game, we needed to get at least 3 points. We needed to beat Czech Republic, and we'd still be only 1 point behind them. But with that said, we'd have to beat the Netherlands as well, and they'd have to draw or lose against the team that they're playing next, which was Finland. So a tough challenge for us to face, and we didn't even have the control of it as well. We needed them to also drop points on top of us gaining maximum points. So a tough challenge for us to take on, but we were going as hard as we could to see if we could make this happen, and we get that early goal early on in this game. This was a real intense game for us as well. Czech Republic were trying as hard as they could to get that early goal. You could see the pressure was completely against us. We were able to pull out that 1 goal, and at this point I was really just trying as best as we could to hold on to that there. The other games at this point really did not matter, as both Austria and Finland were out of the qualification. Turkey had a small chance of making it, but needed to see Denmark and Czech Republic do bad in order to get in, and the Netherlands had already qualified, so all the attention was on this game here. We didn't have to be scoreboard watching in this one. And in the second half, we started getting more of the opportunities in the game, which was nice to see. The beginning of the game was extremely hectic, and I was really worried. I was pulling hairs at that point. They were getting all these chances, and Lindegaard had an amazing opportunity to really keep us in it, and he was able to do that for us. We missed a couple of really nice opportunities here. Later on in the game, we could have put the pressure more on the Czech Republic, and we almost give up the golden goal to really give them the opportunity to go on to the next round unscathed, but we're able to hold that one out there. Lindegaard making another great save for us, and luckily, guys, this is how the game ends. Czech Republic do lose in this one, so we pick up the 3 points, and going into the last game of the group stage, we have an opportunity to make it to the World Cup. We are only 1 point behind, but as I said, we still need Czech Republic against Finland to drop points, which is a little bit unlikely because Czech Republic have been doing quite well and Finland have been doing abysmal, with only, I believe, 2 points in the whole group stage. So a little bit of a long shot, and the other really long shot too is the fact that we are playing Netherlands that have not lost a game. So we are up against it in the largest ways possible, but we're going to still try our best to make this happen. The Netherlands are one of the top sides in international football, so I was actually pretty excited going into this game because we did not get to play them earlier on. We took over the Denmark job about halfway through their qualification campaign, so we only got to play Finland twice. All the other teams we only played once, and that includes the Netherlands as well, so we did not get to play them till this last game here. So it was a challenge for us and a challenge as well to play one of the top sides in international football. The other teams we had faced are good teams. We had tough challenges against Czech Republic and also Turkey, but this was a real top-class team that we're facing up against, and we also had the pressure of winning this one. So going into this game, I tried to play as much possession football as I could, and also really just putting as much as I could into this game. And one of the star players for us in this qualification period, Thijssen, gets another goal for us there in the 7th minute. Extremely excited at this point, guys. We get that early goal and we can kind of hold on to it, but we're not done. 13 minutes in, Thijssen gets another goal for us there, and it's a 2-0 lead. Actually 14 minutes at this point, so the Netherlands are reeling. We are up 2-0, and things are looking positive for our World Cup qualification at this point. Obviously, still needing Czech Republic to falter, but we are doing good for ourselves here, and hoping to contain that spot for ourselves. We get one more chance there from Eriksson, just putting that one wide, and the real only chance comes off a free kick there for Van Persie, who puts that one skying over the net. In the 42nd minute, though, we get another chance here, and it's a penalty for us, and an interesting play as we actually scored the goal, but the penalty is called before the play, so we do not get the goal there. I was a little bit irked by that result, and it kind of shows in the penalty shot there as it's a save by Vorm. And I want to get you guys rolling on this. Essentially, I'm familiar with the game, but I'm not familiar with all the intricacies of football. And I want to know is essentially that once the ref calls it, once the ref blows his whistle saying it's a penalty shot, the play is dead. It isn't a kind of a play-on scenario where if you score that counts as a goal. Is that how it works? Or let me know exactly, because I think that's probably how it works, but I'm not 100% sure on the ruling of that. So if you guys could let me know in the comments regarding that, that would be great, just so I can have future clarification when it comes to plays like that. Because it would have been nice to be up 3-0 at that point, but obviously that didn't go our way, and we missed on the penalty shot, which led to the game still being 2-0. But a little bit of redemption for us, though, as on this play here, we're working up the sides, and Peters, who's the guy that fouled us in the box, also gets a yellow card here. So 2 yellows means a red for him. He's out of the game, and that's actually the first red card I've seen in FIFA 13 minus playing online, so kind of nice to see that eventually. I thought it was going to come one time or another, but it does come here for us. So up 2-0, we now have the opportunity to hold on to this one. The Czech Republic are up 1-0 against Finland, but we can hope now that if we do our business, that Czech Republic can falter or Finland can do us a favor. But we're not doing ourselves any favors here at the 74th minute. A really clumsy play. I have not done this yet, and you guys can see the faults of falling asleep at the wheel there. We actually give away a goal, and I was freaking out at this point, guys, because I was thinking, we have 10 men. We're up 2-0. Am I going to actually give this game away? The answer is no, as Bentner scores here in the 79th minute, so a little bit more of a back and forth action there, but after kind of sitting back, playing more defensive with the extra man, we put the pedal to the metal, got that 3rd goal, got the 2-goal lead for ourselves, and we're able to hold on to it till the end of the game. We get the 3-1 win, a comprehensive win against the best team in our group, and I was extremely proud of our boys. We had a great game, and a great 2 games as we were up against the pressure of obviously coming back from a terrible start at the beginning of this campaign, and we're able to work our way all the way back to within contention for those top spots in the qualification group. It was a good feeling too, because we took a side that was, a good side, but we faced teams that were arguably on our level or a little bit tougher. In the end, though, it doesn't matter, as Czech Republic do beat Finland, and we miss out on the qualification spots by 1 single point. And with that said, I asked you guys last episode, if we did lose out here, would we resign as a team? And I think that is the right thing to do. You guys also voted for it as well. So even though we had a great run here at the Denmark position in the national squad, we are going to resign. And for the next couple months or so, we'll obviously be focusing on Liverpool solely. But we will be looking at a position in the future for another international job. We will take offers, and each offer we take, I'll let you guys know which it is, and you guys can vote if we want to take that position on. That's it for this episode, guys. Stay tuned for more. We'll have more Liverpool with the Arsenal game and the Zenit game coming up in the near future.